Have you ever looked at a beetroot and thought, what's so special about this deep red vegetable? I used to pass it by in the grocery store, not realizing I was ignoring one of the most powerful health tools I could ever put in my body. It's wild, isn't it? Something so simple, so earthy, and yet when you juice it, it turns into this rich, vibrant drink that holds incredible power. Let me tell you, I wasn't exactly a morning person before this. You know how it goes. Alarm goes off, you shuffle to the kitchen like a zombie, maybe splash some water on your face and pretend that's self-care. But now, that 1 cup of beet juice in the morning hits like a natural ignition switch. Not in a dramatic fireworks kind of way, more like your body quietly says, "All right, I'm ready." And the best part? There's no wild ups and downs, no heart palpitations, no mid-morning crash that leaves you face down on the couch, wondering why you thought productivity was a thing. Beet juice is this beautiful, clean source of stamina. It's not hype, it's literal cellular efficiency. Oxygen is getting where it needs to go. Your muscles aren't screaming for mercy. Your brain stops acting like it's wrapped in fog. Honestly, it's like turning off airplane mode on your body. And speaking of brains, yeah, beet juice has something to say there too. I mean, sure, I started drinking it for the energy, but the mental clarity, that snuck up on me. Turns out, those nitrates we talked about don't just help your muscles, they boost blood flow to your brain. And not just anywhere in your brain, specifically the frontal lobe, the area responsible for focus, decision-making, memory, basically all the stuff that makes you function like an adult. I came across this study in the Journal of Gerontology that found older adults who drank beet juice before exercise had better brain connectivity, like actual improvements in how their brain regions were talking to each other. Isn't that wild? A root vegetable doing what most energy drinks claim to do, but never deliver. And all without the added sugar, artificial junk, or that feeling like you're vibrating through time and space. I also noticed something unexpected after a few weeks. My skin started looking better. Not in a glow like a glazed donut kind of way, but just healthier, brighter, more even. At first, I thought maybe I was imagining it, but the science checks out. Beet juice is packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, like betalains, the same pigments that give beets their ridiculously bold color. These compounds help fight free radicals, support collagen production, and improve circulation, which means more nutrients and oxygen actually reach your skin. Think of it like this. Beet juice doesn't just help your heart pump more efficiently, it helps your blood deliver more effectively. To your brain, to your skin, to your muscles. You're not just surviving the day, your cells are out there thriving like they just got a promotion and a corner office. And then there's the digestive stuff. Look, I'm not here to overshare, but let's be real. Things start to slow down after a certain age. You can eat all the kale you want, but if your gut is dragging, you'll feel it. Beet juice is naturally rich in fiber and compounds that support liver function. And let me tell you, when your liver is happy, your whole body knows it. One of the key players here is betaine. It's an antioxidant that helps detox your liver and improve how it breaks down fats. I didn't even realize how sluggish I had been until my digestion started moving like it used to in my 20s. And that bloated, heavy feeling I just accepted as normal, gone. It's like my body got a memo to stop hoarding toxins and start flushing things out. Of course, no wellness change is complete without a little skepticism. I mean, we've all fallen for trendy health hacks that promise the moon and delivered a rock. But beet juice isn't a quick fix. It's more like a quiet revolution. The longer you stick with it, the more subtle, powerful shifts you start to notice. Your blood pressure stabilizes. Your legs stop aching after simple walks. Your energy doesn't vanish by 3 p.m. Your skin starts catching compliments. Even your mood improves because, surprise, when your body's actually functioning well, your brain stops feeling like it's under siege all the time. And let's just say it, it's kind of fun to drink. I mean, it turns everything a deep, dramatic red. It feels like you're sipping something that should be expensive, something that's forbidden or mythical. But nope, it's just beets, humble little beets. The same ones that sat ignored on your grandma's holiday plate are now basically running the show. So, is it a health fad? Not even close. It's ancient wisdom backed by modern science. People have been using beets for centuries as a tonic for energy, vitality, and overall wellness. The only difference now is that we finally understand how it works. And we can blend it into smoothies without accidentally staining the entire kitchen. The real trick, I've found, is consistency. Don't treat beet juice like a one-night stand. It's more like a long-term partner that keeps showing up, keeps supporting you, and never demands anything except that you drink it cold and don't judge it for being rooty. And if you're wondering whether you're doing it wrong, like maybe you're not getting all the benefits, stay tuned, because there are a few mistakes people make that limit the impact of beet juice. And I've made most of them. But once you get it right, you'll wonder how you ever started your day without it. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably never looked at a beet and thought, ah yes, the secret to better skin. Let's be real. Beets look like the kind of vegetable that might stain your clothes, but not exactly elevate your glow game. And yet, here we are. Turns out, beet juice is basically nature's version of a skincare subscription box. Only without the $59.99 a month and 10-step routine you'll abandon by week 2. Let's start with the basics. Beet juice purifies your blood. I know. That sounds like one of those vague wellness phrases people throw around, but there's real logic here. Cleaner blood means better circulation, and better circulation means your skin cells get more of what they need: oxygen, nutrients, hydration, and that little invisible pep talk that says, hey, let's not look dull today. And I'm not even exaggerating. The first time I realized my face looked noticeably fresher after just 2 weeks of sipping beet juice, I double-checked my mirror like it owed me an explanation. And it wasn't just that one good skin day. My complexion started looking more even. The blotchiness calmed down. That rough, dry patch that used to show up every winter, gone like a bad ex. What changed? Vitamin C. Beets are loaded with it. And if there's one thing skin loves, it's vitamin C. It helps with everything, from brightening up your skin tone to helping fade those stubborn little marks that show up after a breakout and refuse to leave like they pay rent. Vitamin C is also essential for making collagen. You know, that magical protein that keeps your skin bouncy, firm, and not hanging on for dear life. Collagen is like the scaffolding under your skin. When you have enough, you look youthful. When you don't, gravity starts writing the rules, and nobody wants that. Beet juice feeds your skin from the inside, building collagen, fighting off oxidative stress, and even smoothing out fine lines before they become full-blown creases of regret. And the beet's deep red color, that's not just for show. Those pigments are called betalains. And they're not just pretty. They're anti-inflammatory powerhouses that calm irritated skin, reduce redness, and even help protect your skin from sun damage. No, it's not a replacement for sunscreen. Don't get wild. But it's like giving your skin a security detail that works behind the scenes. If your skin has ever looked puffy, tired, or just kinda meh, betalains are your new best friends. Now, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great, but isn't this just about looking good? Sure, glowing skin is nice, but it's more than just vanity. Your skin is a mirror of what's happening inside your body. If your skin looks tired, inflamed, or dry, chances are your circulation or detox system could use a little backup. Beet juice gives your body that backup. It supports your liver, cleanses your blood, and lets your skin do what it does best: protect, shine, and look like you actually sleep 8 hours a night. But we can't talk about beet juice without looping back to the real MVP of the circulatory system: your heart. And let me tell you, the love story between beets and your heart? It's worth writing a poem about. It's not just that beets help lower your blood pressure, though, again, that's a huge deal. it's the way they help. Those nitrates we keep talking about, they turn into nitric oxide in your body, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels. Think of it like taking rush hour traffic and turning it into an open highway. Blood flows easier, oxygen delivery improves. Your heart isn't working overtime just to keep up, it's cruising. But it goes even deeper. Beets have compounds like betalains and flavonoids that actively manage your cholesterol. Not the kind that you have to give up cheese to fix. The kind that sneaks up on you after years of drive-through dinners and skipped doctor appointments. These compounds help reduce LDL, the bad cholesterol, and increase HDL, the good kind. The kind that keeps your arteries smooth and slippery, not clogged and crusty. That means a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and all the other surprise health events we'd really rather avoid. And then there's potassium, a quiet legend in the beet juice mix. We usually associate potassium with bananas, right? But beets have it too, and they're pulling their weight. Potassium balances out sodium. You know, the thing that's hiding in literally everything delicious, but silently jacking up your blood pressure? Yeah, potassium helps counter that. It keeps your heartbeat regular, your blood pressure in check, and your cardiovascular system from throwing a tantrum every time you eat a bag of chips. Let's not forget, most of us don't get enough potassium, especially as we age. Between medications, diet, and good old-fashioned stress, our bodies lose more than we think. And while beet juice isn't a miracle in a cup, it's pretty close when it comes to supporting heart health, especially when it's part of your everyday routine. So think about it. With just one drink, this deep red, earthy, oddly satisfying little potion, you're supporting your skin, your heart, your circulation, your cholesterol, and your blood pressure. That's like 5 supplements in one. And it tastes like you're doing something rebellious with vegetables. Honestly, it blows my mind that something so simple and natural has been overlooked for so long. We've been chasing fancy health trends and $100 serums while beets have been quietly sitting in the produce aisle saying, I could fix that. And all it takes is one glass, just one, consistently. So the next time you're in the kitchen debating between making coffee or doing something good for your body, just remember, 1 cup of beet juice could be the reason your heart beats stronger, your skin glows brighter, and your mirror gives you a wink. And trust me, I wasn't expecting a juice to sneak into my gut and start cleaning the house like a detox ninja, but that's exactly what it felt like. After just a few days, my stomach was more cooperative. No more grumbling after lunch, no more naps that felt like recovery missions, and the bloating practically ghosted me. And the real MVP behind that digestive upgrade? The liver. Your liver is basically your body's janitor, project manager, and emergency plumber all rolled into one. It filters toxins, manages hormones, processes nutrients, and still finds time to handle your blood sugar levels. But the poor thing gets overwhelmed, especially if your diet has ever included fast food, stress eating, or a relationship with cheese that borders on emotion. That's where beet juice steps in. Beets are packed with a compound called betaine, which is basically a spa day for your liver. It supports liver cell repair, helps the liver break down fats more efficiently, and improves bile flow, which is a fancy way of saying your body digests and absorbs fat-soluble nutrients a whole lot better. And when your liver works better, you feel better. It's like your whole system runs smoother, less foggy, less sluggish, and somehow lighter. And don't even get me started on what it does for the bathroom routine. We're all friends here, so let's be honest. If you've been relying on coffee to get things moving, there's a gentler, more colorful way. Beet juice is naturally high in fiber and promotes regularity in the kindest, most natural way possible. It doesn't bully your gut like some laxatives. It encourages it. Like, hey buddy, time to do your thing. And your digestive system responds like it finally got the memo. I also noticed that once my gut started behaving better, my skin looked clearer, my mood felt more stable, and I didn't need to unbutton my jeans after lunch. Which, let's face it, is its own victory. And speaking of victories, beet juice isn't just working on your outsides and insides. It's also secretly building up your immune system like a germ-fighting superhero in a cape. This stuff is loaded with immune-boosting nutrients, vitamin C, iron, magnesium, and antioxidants that all team up to keep your body resilient. The vitamin C boosts your white blood cell production, which is your immune system's frontline army. Iron helps oxygenate your blood, giving those immune cells the fuel they need to move fast and hit hard. And magnesium? That regulates your immune response so your body doesn't freak out over every tiny thing, which, if you've ever dealt with inflammation, you know how important that is. And while we're here talking about inflammation, let's be real, most of us are silently battling it. Whether it's sore joints, stiff knees, or just feeling like your whole body is a little achy for no clear reason, chronic inflammation is sneaky. But beet juice? It's basically inflammation's worst nightmare. Those beautiful red pigments, the betalains, have been shown to reduce inflammation markers in the body. That's a big deal, because inflammation doesn't just make your joints creak like haunted doors. It's linked to serious issues like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Which brings me to one of the most powerful, most underrated benefits of beet juice, its potential role in cancer prevention. Yep, that same drink that tastes like earthy candy is also armed with antioxidants that neutralize free radicals before they can damage your cells. And when it comes to something as serious as cancer, every small daily choice counts. Studies have shown that beet compounds may slow the growth of certain cancer cells, especially in the colon and breast. I mean, what other juice does that? And you know what's wild? Even after all these benefits, the blood pressure, the brain boost, the digestion, the skin, the energy, the immunity, beet juice still has one last gift to give. If you're trying to manage your weight or just want to feel a little more in control of your cravings, this juice is a game changer. It's naturally low in calories, high in fiber, and has a low glycemic index. That means it won't spike your blood sugar like fruit juices do, and it actually helps keep you full longer. I found myself reaching for snacks less. My energy didn't crash, and when I paired it with a healthy breakfast, I felt fueled, not stuffed. So yeah, call it a miracle root, or a natural multivitamin, or just that one bright red habit that quietly turns everything else up a notch. From sharper thinking to smoother digestion, from brighter skin to stronger immunity. This isn't just a morning drink. It's a wellness ritual. One that works from the inside out, sip by sip, without needing a whole shelf of supplements or another trip to the health store. And honestly, I don't care if it stains my cutting board or leaves my pee a little pink. Beet juice earned its place in my routine, and I think it deserves one in yours too. See, your liver is kind of the unsung hero of your entire body. It filters toxins, processes nutrients, and basically keeps the whole operation running behind the curtain. But with everything we throw at it, processed food, medications, stress, the liver sometimes gets overloaded. That's where beet juice really shines. It's loaded with a compound called betaine, which helps the liver break down fat more efficiently and flush out toxins faster. And I'm telling you, you can feel the difference. When my liver's happy, I'm happy. My energy's better. My digestion's smoothie. My skin looks clearer. It's like giving your body's internal engine a tune-up. And suddenly everything starts running better. Even that bloated, puffy feeling I used to get in the afternoon, way less frequent now. I used to reach for antacids. Now I just grab my glass of beet juice. But detox is just the start. Let's talk about inflammation. If you've ever woken up with stiff joints, or your knees ache after a simple walk, or your fingers feel like they've aged a decade overnight, that's inflammation talking. And while most of us are quick to blame aging, the real issue might be your body silently fighting off irritation day in and day out. Beet juice is packed with those same betalains that give it its deep red color. And those compounds are powerful anti-inflammatories. They don't just dull the pain, they actually work at the root, calming down the body's stress response and reducing the oxidative damage that leads to swelling and stiffness. I noticed the difference in my hands. The morning creaks, less dramatic, the random joint pain, fading out. And you don't have to wait months to feel it. Some people notice relief in just a few days of regular beet juice. For me, it was about a week before I realized, hey, I'm not dreading getting off the couch anymore. It's subtle, but it builds. And one morning, you realize you're moving better, feeling lighter, and wondering why you didn't try this sooner. Now, I wasn't drinking beet juice to lose weight. That wasn't my goal. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't notice my clothes fitting a little looser after a few weeks. Beet juice helps with that too, and not by some trendy detox or starvation plan. It's simple. Beets are low in calories, but high in fiber. That means you stay full longer, snack less, and naturally ease your way into a healthier rhythm. That same fiber keeps your gut in check. It helps with regular bowel movements, feeds the good bacteria in your intestines, and clears out waste and toxins that make you feel sluggish and heavy. My digestion felt more regular. My appetite leveled out. And weirdly enough, I stopped craving sweets as much. I think it's because beet juice has a natural sweetness that satisfies without spiking blood sugar. And speaking of sugar, beet juice has a low glycemic index. It gives you energy without those nasty crashes. That's one reason it's such a powerful tool if you're trying to stay active. The natural nitrates improve muscle blood flow and oxygen delivery. So even if you're not hitting the gym, you still feel like moving. It became my go-to pre-walk drink. Not a sugar rush, just smooth, lasting fuel. Now, let's talk about the immune system. Because if there's one thing I want more of as I get older, it's resilience. And beet juice gives your immunity a real lift. It's loaded with vitamin C, iron, and magnesium. All essential nutrients that help your body fight off infections and bounce back faster when something hits. Vitamin C boosts the production of white blood cells, your frontline defense against viruses and bacteria. It also protects those cells from damage, keeping them strong. Iron is crucial for making hemoglobin, which carries oxygen through your blood. Because when your body's well oxygenated, every cell works better. And magnesium? It quietly regulates immune responses and keeps inflammation under control. Add in beet juice's detox power, and you've got a drink that's not just fighting illness. It's setting your whole body up to feel stronger, clearer, and more alert. I used to get run down fast. Little bugs would knock me out for days. But since adding beet juice to my routine, I recover quicker. I feel sturdier, like I've added an invisible armor. And of course, none of this would matter if my stomach didn't agree with it. But actually, beet juice has been one of the best things I've ever done for my digestion. It's gentle, natural, and keeps things, well, moving. Beets are full of fiber, yes, but they also clean out the gut in a really elegant way. They support the friendly bacteria in your gut microbiome, and they help your liver produce more bile, which breaks down fat and makes digestion smoother. I used to deal with irregular digestion, occasional bloating, and that heavy belly feeling after meals. That's mostly gone now. Even my appetite feels more balanced. And that's just from sipping a cup of juice in the morning. Now, look, I'm not saying beet juice is going to turn you into some kind of immortal superhero. But when you learn what it does to help prevent cancer, you start wondering if your blender deserves a trophy. Let's start with that dazzling color. You know, the rich, deep red that looks like something Dracula might keep in his fridge? That vibrant hue isn't just for show. It comes from pigments called betalains. And these little guys are absolute beasts when it comes to fighting free radicals. You know those unstable molecules that bounce around your body like drunk toddlers in a china shop, crashing into your DNA and causing long-term chaos? Yeah, Betalanes basically show up with brooms and baseball bats and clean up the mess. Beet juice doesn't just gently nudge those free radicals out of the way, it hunts them down. It neutralizes them before they can damage cells, mess with your DNA, or trigger the kind of chronic inflammation that lays the groundwork for cancer. And the research backs it up. Studies have shown that the antioxidants in beets can actually slow down the growth of cancer cells, particularly in breast, colon, and lung cancers. And get this, these antioxidants don't just sit there waiting for cancer to show up. They actively patrol your system. They're like bouncers at the cellular nightclub. If something suspicious tries to sneak in wearing a fake mustache, beet juice is already on it. Sorry, free radicals. Not on the list. Now, obviously, we're not claiming beet juice is some miracle cure, but think of it like this. It's a backup. It's like having a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. You hope you never need it, but you're glad it's there. The beet's unique combination of betalains, vitamin C, manganese, and fiber works together to support the body's own defenses. You're not just drinking pretty juice, you're pouring anti-cancer reinforcements right into your bloodstream. And speaking of fiber, yep, we're back to talking about poop again, because it's always relevant. That fiber helps things move along, keeps your bowels regular, and makes sure potential toxins aren't just sitting around like uninvited party guests in your colon. Beets are nature's way of saying, let's keep it clean in there. Because the less time toxins have to hang out, the less chance they have to cause trouble. Okay, now we're shifting gears, from cancer prevention to creation. That's right, we're talking about pregnancy. Beet juice isn't just helpful once you're grown. It's also an amazing ally when you're busy growing someone else. So if you or someone you love is pregnant or thinking about it, beet juice might deserve a starring role in the prenatal diet. First up is folate. You've probably heard of it. It's like the Beyoncé of pregnancy nutrients, totally essential and absolutely running the show. And beet juice, it's full of it. Folate helps form the neural tube, the thing that eventually becomes the baby's brain and spinal cord. Without enough folate, the risk of neural tube defects goes way up. But with it, you're giving that tiny developing brain the best possible start. And then there's iron. Growing a human is kind of like running a 24/7 construction site. And your body needs way more oxygen to get the job done. Iron helps make hemoglobin, the part of red blood cells that carries oxygen. More iron means more energy, less fatigue, and a lower chance of pregnancy-related anemia. And since beets are rich in iron and help your body absorb it better, yeah, it's a win-win. Now, don't get me started on the swelling. Anyone who's ever carried a baby knows the joys of swollen feet, sausage fingers, and the constant feeling that your shoes are lying to you. Beet juice helps here too. Its natural nitrates improve circulation, which can help reduce that puffiness. It's like turning the faucet down when the pressure's been too high. And let's not forget those awful leg cramps that strike in the middle of the night like vengeful hamstrings. Beet's potassium content helps ease those cramps, while vitamin C boosts your immune system and keeps you feeling stronger while your body's working overtime. Of course, always check with your doctor before adding something new during pregnancy, especially if you're already taking prenatal vitamins or other supplements. But if it fits into your plan, beet juice can be a gentle, natural way to support your body and your baby's development. Now, before you go raiding the grocery store and turning your kitchen into a beet-based smoothie lab, let's talk about preparation. Because yes, even a vegetable this mighty has a proper protocol. You don't want to just chuck a whole beet in a blender and hit go. That's a one-way ticket to disappointment, and possibly a broken appliance. Start with fresh, organic beets whenever you can. Scrub them clean like you're giving them a spa treatment. If the skin feels thick or earthy, peel it off. Then chop them into small pieces to make blending easier. So, next time, add a bit of water to your blender for a smoother mix. Or, better yet, toss in other ingredients like apples, carrots, or a sliver of ginger for a flavor combo that doesn't taste like you just juiced a vegetable garden. Want something tart and refreshing? A squeeze of lemon does wonders. Once it's blended, you've got options. You can strain it for a silky smooth juice, or leave it pulpy if you want that extra fiber. I started to get stressed. Now I've gone full pulp. It's a journey. And timing matters. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's when your body is ready to soak up all that beet goodness like a sponge. Or try it a couple hours before a workout for a natural stamina boost that doesn't involve caffeine or chemicals. Beet juice is nature's pre-workout. No crash, no jitters, no weird tingling skin. Because yes, even superfoods need boundaries. Beet juice might feel like it should be bottled and sold under immortality, but downing it by the gallon isn't the move. This isn't a cartoon where the more you drink, the faster you morph into a glowing health god. It's more like that friend who gives amazing advice, but only if you don't call them 12 times a day. First off, the pink pea. Let's just address the beet-colored elephant in the room. It's real. It happens. And it has a name. Beeturia. Sounds fancy, right? Like something a French aristocrat might suffer from after too much fancy salad. But it's totally benign. Just your body saying, hey, we processed some beets. Just thought you should know. No need to panic. Definitely no need to Google it at 2 a.m. Now for the folks with kidney issues, here's where you listen closely. Beets are high in oxalates. If your kidneys are sensitive or you've had stones in the past, guzzling beet juice could send you straight to the pain train. Not fun. Always talk to your doctor if that's part of your history. A little is okay. A lot without supervision? Not worth the risk. Same goes if your blood pressure runs on the lower side. Beets are famous for dropping blood pressure like it's hot. And while that's amazing if your numbers are sky high, if you're already naturally chill in the systolic department, too much beet juice can leave you dizzy or lightheaded. That's not vitality. That's needing to lie down in the canned goods aisle at the grocery store. Another thing no one tells you, the fiber. If you're blending whole beets and drinking the pulp, you're getting a decent dose of roughage. That's good, unless your digestive system isn't used to it. Then it's less gentle detox and more cancel your afternoon plans. Start small. Let your gut say hi to the beets before throwing a party. There are rare cases where people have minor allergic reactions, rashes, itchiness, things like that. Not common, but if your body starts throwing a tantrum, hit pause and talk to a doc. Now, let's be real. This all sounds like a lot, but it's just the usual disclaimer that comes with any powerful food. The bottom line is this: beet juice is incredible when used smartly. Think of it like coffee. A little cup, magical. 4 venti cups back to back, chaos. So what's the sweet spot? For most healthy adults, half a cup to 1 cup of beet juice daily is plenty. That's where you get all the cardiovascular, anti-inflammatory, skin-clearing, brain-boosting magic, without accidentally staging a gastrointestinal rebellion. And that's the beauty of beet juice. It's not just powerful, it's personal. You can tailor it. Add fruits for flavor, mix in ginger for digestion, water it down for gentler absorption. It fits into your lifestyle, not the other way around. And that's why it sticks. Not because it's trendy or flashy, but because it makes your body feel alive. Real, steady, unshakable energy. Not a jolt, not a crash, just clarity, movement, and maybe a little glow. So if you're looking for one small thing that'll snowball into better health, not in theory, but in your actual everyday life, this might be it. Not a magic pill, not a fad, just a humble root, juiced and ready. And if you made it this far, you deserve a toast, not with champagne, with beets. Drink up and let your body thank you every step of the way. Just 1 cup a day. Your heart, brain, liver, legs, and even your bathroom mirror will notice the difference. And hey, if your pee turns pink, that's just your body giving you a little thumbs up. Now, if this video made you laugh, learn something new, or maybe inspired you to dust off your blender, do us a favor. Like the video, share it with someone who could use a little natural energy boost. and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more smart, simple health tips. Your future self will thank you, probably with stronger legs and glowing skin. See you in the next one.